somebody, even if you gotta leave.
It's 2026, y'all. Every year people be like, new year, new me. Same me, better discipline, better ways of knowing how to handle things around me, better ways of moving, better ways of loving myself. How about that? Let's get unfamiliar with the familiar. 2026. For all the girlies that have been putting up with not having boundaries and just letting anything happen and not standing your ground for yourself and not standing up for what you want and not getting what you want, we're changing that. We are getting unfamiliar with the familiar. Let's make 2026 the year where we stand our ground. The year where we stop playing with ourselves. Pause. The year where we take ourselves more seriously. The year where we take our discipline more seriously. The year when we get more serious about ourselves and what we want to bring in for ourselves, we want to attract in for ourselves, what we want to have for ourselves, all of that. I know for myself personally, I have things about me that I would really like to get in tune and put in tune, if that makes any sense, like put into alignment what I want to accomplish for myself in 2026. And it has a lot to do with discipline within myself and staying true to myself and what it is that I am and am not okay with. I want to get unfamiliar with the familiar parts of me that has been allowing things to happen that has not worked in my favor, that has not benefited me. And not that every single thing needs to benefit me, but in a sense of it's my turn, it's my time, and that's exactly what this year is going to be. A lot of ways of how I would say I would want to be productive before and then not be productive. Like I say all the time, oh, well, I want to change that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to start being productive. But at the end of the day, if you're not disciplined enough to within yourself, which I have not been, no problem with admitting that. We all growing at different stages of our life. For the girlies who want to get unfamiliar with the familiar that has been allowing them to just hold themselves back and not receiving their full potential, especially with like fear of being seen or just like the fear of doing different things. And this is why I said let's get unfamiliar with the familiar, because what has been familiar to us, for the girlies who have not been making those changes that they need to make within themselves and having that discipline, that is the familiar I want to get up out of here. If you have been finding yourself in a place where you feel like you have to, you're continuously starting over, kudos to you, period, still. Because as long as you don't give up, in my eyes, there is nothing wrong with starting over. Start over as many times as you need to until you get it, until you feel like you're feeling it, until you understand everything you need to understand, until you learn different parts of yourself that you didn't even learn before that's going to help you in this journey now. Because all that matters is that you never gave up on yourself. So what if you have to keep starting over? So what? And at least you have the willpower to keep getting up and starting over and not just letting it take over you. And that's not a shot at anybody who may have trouble in that area, but this is for the girlies who are tired of being stuck in that familiarity that's not progressing. You need to look at where you've been and where it is that you would like to go, where it is that you see yourself, where it is that you want to take yourself. Because, and do a comparison. What is happening now that you would like to be better later on? Where are you at with yourself now that you would like to have improved? There's just certain things that you're going to have to do to get yourself to move differently. If you didn't have for instance, if you struggled with discipline before and you had a schedule all over the place, what are you going to do now to put yourself in that position to start practicing and start becoming that person that has that discipline? What is your daily routine going to look like? What are you doing on a daily basis? What are you putting in your mind? What are you feeling in your head? What are you allowing to motivate you on a daily basis that's keeping you in this same stuckness? Take on a new identity that you would like to embody, that you would like to invent, that is different from the person that you've been before. And if you like who you've been, shit, let's find ways to improve that. I know it's not easy. It's, and as easy as it is to sit up here and like, or seem as it seems to sit up here and record a video, trust me, it is not that easy. You don't know how you just don't know, unless you're a content creator that's just, you know, you got something out there that just do it like there's nothing. You got some out here, listen, this is not all as easy as it's cracked up to be. It is, but when it comes to things that you're dealing with yourself and trying to structure within yourself, it's not that easy. But we're gonna make it easy. I have to take on that new identity. I have to show up for myself and figure out what routines and things like that is gonna help me change on the daily in order to keep in mind and keep in set the new reality that I want to embody for myself, and not continue myself to still be stuck in the same old things year after year. And when you do that, your old reality and the old things that you have been used to are going to try to sneak up on you. They're going to try to tell you, oh, this is unfamiliar. We're just going to go back to how we've been feeling because this is what's familiar for us. This is what's comfortable for us. We're not doing that. When that old reality sets in, you have to do everything in your power. And I'm not saying push yourself if you feel like you can't. If you need to take a break, take that break. Allow yourself to sit within with yourself and just have your thoughts. Journal if you need to, write if you need to, play some music if you need to, sing if you need to, do what you need to do positively to keep yourself in that alignment of new things that you want to bring in for yourself. Remember that it's really just your comfort trying to talk to you and get you back in that place to where you've been familiar so long. And it just every time it comes back to that, every time you get a thought, every time your old reality tries to go ahead and creep back into your mind, nope. Picture every time that happens, imagine in your mind how it feels or how it has felt to be stuck in the old ways of how you were doing stuff. And think in your mind where you would like to be, how you would like to see it improve, and allow that to be your fuel and to keep you going for staying on that path of creating new things for yourself, creating new belief systems for yourself, creating new habits and new ways of doing things that's going to get you what you want. What are you doing on a daily? What does your new routine look like compared to if you used to stay in bed all day, or just if you got to work, you stay in bed and just get up and just enough time to get ready for work? No, let's get up. Let's give ourselves enough time to breathe when we get up. Let's do meditation when we get up. Let's get up and fix ourselves a nice little breakfast. It could just be something for some self-care. Some people could just jump into that new version of them that they want to be and really have that drive for themselves. But for the people who really, it's not all that easy for, you could break it down into steps as well. You could break it down into smaller goals. Okay, you start off here. This is what I want to start with first. Okay, I would like to work on getting my channel up. Me, for example. What's some smaller things that you could do about that? You could set smaller goals and maybe pre-record some videos. Maybe you could just take a little bit of time to do research on a topic that you would like to discuss. Set yourself up for the next time you do want to come out with a video. That way you're not all scrambled minded. Oh, well, I want to post a video today. Let me hurry up and try to find an idea. No, prepare yourself. Do something different that you would not have done before. Write down small little goals, small things that you would like to achieve to work your way up to that bigger goal. And sometimes it's better that way for some people because it gives them like a small certain point, and then you can also celebrate each little goal that you hit, and that could be like a motivation for you to keep going and reach your next goal. You have to stay consistent. You have to take care of yourself. You have to check in with yourself. 2026, we are changing the way that we do things that are not working in our favor. Period.